Hello, and welcome to day 9 of Selena Says Stretch. Today we're going to work on the outer hips, getting into the gluteus muscles, that's the butt, and the piriformis, which is what often causes sciatica problems and low back issues. So this can be an intense stretch. I'm going to show you several different options. We're going to work from slow or from easy to difficult, so stop anywhere along the line that works for you. What we're going to do for phase 1, I am on a seated blanket. You may or may not find that you need that. But what we're going to do is we're going to keep that right leg straight. We're going to bend that left leg in. We've done this pose before, so you probably know if this works with your knees or not. If you need to put some blankets here to support, that's great. You can stay here. Next level would be to take that left ankle and cross it onto the right leg. You may need to cross down here on the shin, or you may be able to get the leg up a little higher onto the thigh. Just be careful of your knee. Either one of these options is great. If you want to take it to the next level, we're going to take our hands behind us for a little support. We want to keep our chest lifted like this. We're going to be careful not to fold down. And then we're going to take this right leg and bend it. You might have a little bend, or you may have a deeper bend. If that doesn't feel good, go back to one of our first two options. If you can, flex this left foot. That's going to engage the muscles a little more. Now notice my heart is still lifted. I'm still breathing. I'm not folding down or rolling back. So if you find your spine is compromised, lower the leg. Then from here, as you're breathing, just shift the weight from side to side. That may feel good, it may not. If it doesn't feel good, just decide, is it painful and you shouldn't do it? Or is it just feeling tight because you need this stretch? There is a difference, so stay within your safety limits. And if you find a spot where it feels really tight, you may want to just hold it there. If you're even more flexible, this is very more advanced, so if you're a beginner, I would not try it. We're going to take this leg and fold it underneath us. Now we're really opening up into the hips and the knees. Not a pose for everyone, but it does give you some options of where you can go with this. Staying here, in whatever pose you're in, whatever of these levels, we'll stay here for another breath or two. And when we come out, again, slow and controlled. Most yoga injuries happen when you're coming out of a pose because we don't stay mindful. So we're going to unravel the legs, whatever that means to you. I'm going to drop this top leg down. And then I'm going to shake the legs out. And we'll get ready for the other side. Shake things out. Nice deep breaths in between. And if you're working with me, we're going to have the left leg straight and the right knee bent in. Adjusting your sitting bones, using your props. Support that straight knee. Support this bent leg if you need to. And don't be afraid to use the hands at your side to help lift the spine up. Spinal health is utmost importance. So this will be your level 1. Level 2, crossing that right ankle onto the left leg, at the thigh, at the shin, anywhere but right on the kneecap. Still watching that posture, still keeping that breath. Trying to keep both feet flexed if you can, keeping the legs of the muscles engaged, getting a little bit more out of the stretch. So if you're ready for the next phase, we're bending this left knee. Hands can come behind you for support. A little bit of bend if that's what works for your spine, or more of a bend if you have flexibility in the hips. This right foot is flexed, and I'm going to add a little movement here. A little to the left, a little to the right. And if you're like most people, you'll find in almost every stretch, one side is going to be a little harder than the other. I would invite you to revisit the pose on that challenging side so you can bring a little bit of balance into the body. If both sides feel pretty much the same, then you don't want to do that or you will create an imbalance. So only repeat on the tough side if you're finding this, each side is very different. And again, if you're more flexible, you can fold that bottom leg underneath you and take that stretch a little deeper. So you have lots of options here. Whichever one feels good to you is the right one to do. Checking into your posture, shoulders down, breath is moving. And whatever pose you're in, we'll stay for one more breath. I'm going to slow and controlled release the legs. I'm dropping my front leg down, extending the legs, shaking things out. Nice big breath to close our session. And thank you for joining me. Namaste. Have a great day and go in peace.